Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we unlock the hidden treasures hiding in your pocket change. Today we are diving into a coin that a lot of people think is rare but few understand deeply. The 1977 Lincoln penny, also known as the 1977 1-cent penny. This little piece of copper might look like just a penny, but out in the collector's world it has quite a story. But before we reveal the truth about those crazy viral claims online saying some 1977 penny is worth $69.5 million, let's first understand what this coin really is and what it's actually worth right now on the real market. So this is the story of a coin first minted in 1977. The Lincoln penny design itself has been around since 1909 and features one of America's most iconic presidents, Abraham Lincoln. In 1977, the United States Mint struck billions of pennies in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia coins famously have no mint mark, while Denver coins have a D mint mark, and San Francisco proof coins have an S mint mark. According to official mint statistics, more than 3 billion came from Philadelphia alone, and over 4 billion Denver coins were made that year. These huge numbers are the reason most 1977 pennies are very common. Because of that massive production, most 1977 pennies are only worth face value, or just a bit more. A typical circulated 1977 penny sold today might fetch around 15 cents to a few dollars if it has nice color or minimal wear. Even uncirculated examples that look sharp in your hand might be worth a few dollars at best. This is well documented in coin pricing guides and online resources that track actual sales and auctions. Now let's talk about errors and varieties. Some rare error coins from any year can be more valuable than face value. For a 1977 penny, there are a few error types collectors look for. These include doubled die obverse or reverse errors, where the design appears doubled, off-center strikes, die cracks, or unusual planchet errors. Small errors, like a doubled die or mispunched mint mark, can push value into the tens or low hundreds of dollars in some cases. Some listings online show error pennies in the low hundreds if the mistake is dramatic and the coin is in excellent condition. These error coins are fun to hunt for, but they are still not extraordinarily rare. Here's the reality about that wild $69.5 million claim you might have heard about online. There is no authenticated instance of a 1977 Lincoln penny selling anywhere near that price at auction through reputable numismatic houses. The highest values for rare Lincoln cents historically have involved much older coins with proven scarcity, historic significance, and expert grading. For instance, a rare 1943 bronze Lincoln wheat penny has sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and early 20th century Lincoln pennies, with certain characteristics, can demand high prices. But those are specific dates with tiny surviving populations and strong collector demand. In contrast, the 1977 penny, even with error varieties, simply does not have the scarcity or historic context to fetch tens of millions. Recent coin pricing databases that track auction results show the most dramatic sales for 1977 pennies are in the low thousands at most for exceptionally graded and rare error pieces. Mainstream pricing aggregators list values for error 1977 pennies ranging from around $20 up to maybe a few thousand for dramatic anomalies. Coins with normal strikes in circulated condition are still only pennies or a few dollars in value. So why do you see videos or posts talking about impossible values, like 70 million? These often stem from misunderstanding how coin markets work, viral clickbait, or sellers trying to hype an item beyond its real worth. In real numismatic markets, the actual value is determined by certified sale records, auction history, collector demand, and verified grading from authorities like PCGS and NGC. Here's a quick summary of how values break down today. The classic circulated 1977 penny is worth face value to a couple dollars. Uncirculated MS-65 or MS-66 pieces can bring higher premiums, but still rarely break into the tens of thousands. Error examples like double dies or off-center strikes might be worth from a few dozen up to a few $1,000s depending on quality and rarity. The idea of any 1977 penny selling for tens of millions has no credible record or factual basis. If you're watching this because you think you found a 1977 penny that could be worth millions, please don't spend it yet, but do have it professionally graded and authenticated by a reputable numismatic grading service. Only then can you get a real value estimate from certified auction results. Before we wrap up, let's talk about the fun side of coin collecting. Even common pennies can teach you about mint history, metal composition changes, design variations, and the economics of coin production. Many coin collectors started simply by checking change they found in their pocket jars. If you're curious, dive into rare varieties and high-grade coins. There are thousands of fascinating stories behind what most people view as everyday change. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the real value of the 1977 Lincoln penny, hit like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments if you've found any rare coins in your pocket change. And remember to always look beyond the hype. Real coin value comes from verifiable history and collector demand, not viral claims. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Most 1988 pennies are extremely common, worth face value or modest premiums for errors and high grades. Some specific rare coins, like very old Lincoln cents from the early 1900s or special modern rarities, have sold for high sums, but not a 1988 coin for tens of millions. If you want to discuss that figure, frame it clearly as a viral myth or exaggerated listing that has circulated online, but is not supported by actual auction records or respected coin grading services. Below is a script that educates, entertains, and clarifies the real market for a 1988 penny while addressing the hype. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into a coin that looks ordinary, but has an extraordinary story attached to it online, the 1988 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. Millions of these coins were produced, and every day they jingle in pockets and sit in coin jars. But could one of them really be worth $69.3 million? That's what some listings and online posts claim. But let's separate fact from fiction and explore what really matters in coin collecting. First, a bit of history. The 1988 Lincoln penny is part of the long-running Lincoln Memorial Design Series, featuring Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. These pennies were made from zinc with a thin copper plating, and they were struck at 3 mints: Philadelphia with no mint mark, Denver with a D mint mark, and San Francisco with an S mint mark on proof coins. These production figures add up to over 11 billion coins minted that year, making this issue very common in everyday change. Wikipedia 1. So how much is a typical 1988 penny worth today? In circulated condition, most examples are still worth just 1 cent face value. That's because the vast majority are common and readily available. Even in uncirculated condition, most are valued at a few dollars at best in typical collector markets. Coin identifier 2. Now here's where things get fun for collectors. Certain varieties and error coins can be worth real money. Coin enthusiasts look for things like a wide AM error, double die obverse or double ear variety, repunched mint marks, or rare die pairings like a 1988 obverse paired with a 1989 reverse. Specimens like these can bring premiums, sometimes hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction, depending on rarity and grade. Coin identifier 2. One example from recent online catalogs shows a 1988 penny graded MS-68 or MS-69, extremely high condition, selling for a few $1,000s. That's real numismatic value for a modern penny, but it's also a far cry from tens of millions. Coin value checker 3. So how did the $69.3 million figure start circulating? There are online listings and viral videos that make sensational claims without supporting evidence from reputable auction houses or major grading services. These kinds of inflated prices pop up all the time when sellers use exaggerated figures to attract attention or clicks. Always remember, just because something is listed online at a high price doesn't mean it's sold for that amount. Actual sale records are what matter. YouTube, for context, when we look at the history of Lincoln cents with real high auction prices, we find that it's usually much older coins or very rare error coins that achieve big numbers. For example, rare bronze Lincoln cents from the 1940s have fetched hundreds of thousands of dollars at auction, and special modern coins with extremely limited mintage or historical significance can do well too, but not the standard 1988 penny. Wikipedia 5. So, if you're out coin roll hunting or digging through change hoping to find a 1988 penny worth millions, remember this: the real value lies in authenticity, condition, and documented rarity. A well-graded error coin could make you some serious cash, maybe thousands, but there's no credible record of a 1988 Lincoln penny bringing in. If you find a rare variety like the White AM or a clear double die, the best thing you can do is have it professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service like PCGS or NGC, and then check recent auction results for comparable coins. That's how serious collectors and dealers determine real market value. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the truth behind the hype, hit that like button, subscribe for more coin insights, and drop a comment letting me know if you've ever found a penny you thought was valuable. Until next time, keep hunting and keep learning. If you want, I can also tailor this script to a specific tone, like more dramatic, humorous, or educational, or help with visual cue suggestions. And you ever find a penny on the ground and wonder, could it be worth millions? Today we're talking about a coin that's been exploding all over the internet, the 1999 Lincoln 1 cent, and the claim that it's worth a staggering star. Is that real? Or just another coin myth? Stick around, because we're going deep into the truth. This is the 1999 Abraham Lincoln 1 cent, a tiny copper-colored coin with a huge reputation. Millions of people have shared videos and posts saying this penny could turn your pocket change into a life-changing fortune. But before we get carried away with headlines, let's break down the actual facts. What exists, what's rare, and what's worth real money. And the Lincoln penny has been one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history since 1909. Originally designed by Victor David Brenner, it's the longest continuously used design in U.S. coinage. By 1999, the Lincoln cent was a modern coin, made mainly of zinc with a thin copper plating, and produced in the billions each year. So by default, most 1999 pennies are just worth 1 cent. There are, however, some varieties and errors that collectors look for. First, the White AM variety. This refers to the spacing between the letters A and M in America on the back of the coin. If the letters are spaced wider than usual, that penny is considered a rare variety, especially in high, uncirculated grades. These have been known to bring significantly more than face value, sometimes several $100s, depending on condition and certification. USA Coin Book 1. Then, there are error coins. Off-center strikes, double strikes, but nothing close to millions. Coin Value Checker 2. Now let's get to the part everyone wants to hear, the big money coins. There are modern Lincoln cents that have sold for extraordinary amounts, but not from 1999 in standard form. For example, there is a known mule error, a penny that was somehow struck with the reverse, tails, of a completely different denomination. And one such modern error has sold for over $100,000 at auction, but it's not a stock 1999 Lincoln cent. The Sun 3. Some videos online claim a 1999 penny sold for $138,000. That was a rare error coin, and that sale was back in 2006. The Sun 3, but here's the kicker. There is no documented, authenticated sale of any 1999 penny for $69.10 million. That number appears to come from internet exaggeration and sensationalized content, not from certified auction records. So why do these stories go viral? Social media loves big numbers. People see headlines like, asterisk 1999 penny could be worth millions, asterisk. Without context, that sounds real. But in coin collecting, value depends on rarity, authentication, and collector demand. Asterisk. A listing on an online marketplace does not equal a sale, and prices people ask for are not the same as what coins actually sell for. Sadly, many creators repost inflated prices that never materialized in real auctions. Asterisk. How to tell if your penny is valuable. 4 o'clock. Asterisk. If you find a 1999 penny you think might be rare, here's what to do. 1. Check the reverse for wide AM versus close AM. 2. Look for unusual strike errors with a magnifying glass. 3. Have a professional grading service authenticate it. Certified coins in top grade can be worth hundreds or even low thousands, but again, not millions. The world record modern Lincoln penny sale was 6 figures, not tens of millions. Asterisk. Actual value breakdown. 440. Ordinary 1999 Lincoln penny in circulation equals face value, 1 cent. Wide AM in mid-grade condition equals $100, $600 depending on grade. USA Coin Book, 1. Error coins, off-center. Double strikes, equals tens to hundreds of dollars. Coin value checker, 2. Certified high-grade collectible examples equals possible low thousands. Rare mule or extreme error coins equals reported 6-figure. Auctions, but not mainstream 1999 cents. No authenticated coin has ever publicly sold for $69.10 million. So what's the real truth? The 1999 Lincoln penny can be interesting and collectible, especially rare varieties and certifiable errors. But the internet myth of a single 1999 penny being worth $69.1 million is just that, a myth. If you have one, check it carefully, get it authenticated, and you might have a cool collectible. But don't throw away everything else in your house believing you're about to become a billionaire overnight, unless you actually find one of the super rare modern mule error coins, and even then, the most we've seen documented is in the hundreds of thousands, not tens of millions. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, smash that like button, subscribe for more coin value breakdowns, and drop a comment telling us what rare coin you'd like us to cover next. Who knows, maybe your penny really is worth more than you think. Optimize titles and description for this video? Just ask. Let's start with a little history. The 1974 Lincoln 1 cent is part of the long-running Lincoln penny series that started back in 1909 when the United States first put Abraham Lincoln on its smallest denomination coin. In 1974, the Lincoln Memorial appeared on the reverse, and over 4 billion of these coins were struck for circulation. They came out of the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and some proof issues from the San Francisco Mint. Most of them are copper coins that are incredibly common. But the year 1974 is especially interesting because the United States Mint also experimented with a completely different metal for this penny. With copper prices climbing, the Mint tried making pennies out of aluminum. Millions were struck, but the idea was scrapped before these could enter regular circulation. Most of the aluminum trial pieces were melted, but a very tiny number escaped into the hands of officials and collectors. These experimental aluminum cents are extremely rare and the subject of intense collector interest. However, they are government property, so their legality and ownership is complicated. People have hunted for these since they occasionally surface at coin shows or in private collections, and experts say an authentic aluminum 1974 Lincoln cent could be worth hundreds of thousands, or even potentially more in the right circumstances. Some estimates from numismatic experts have put speculative values between $250,000 and $2 million for one of these rare aluminum examples. Before the government intervened to reclaim it.so, the aluminum 1974 penny remains one of the great coin collecting what-ifs. One was even donated to the Smithsonian. Despite the rumors you may have seen, there is no verifiable sale at $69.6 million for a 1974 penny. That number seems to be a myth or internet exaggeration rather than a documented auction result. Segment 2. Real market values for common 1974 pennies. So what is a regular 1974 penny worth on the market today? The vast majority of these coins in circulated condition are worth their face value. That means they are literally worth 1 cent. If you found a 1974 penny in a jar of change, it is probably just worth 1 cent, or maybe a few cents to a coin dealer. If you have an uncirculated example with full original mint luster, collector communities still place these in the low dollar range unless they are graded by professional services and in extremely high grades. For example, a high-grade MS-65 or MS-66 red Lincoln cent can sell for a few dollars up to maybe $20 or $30 depending on grade and eye appeal. Some very sharp specimens graded MS-67 have sold for even higher, possibly up to around $80 or $90 at auction. These numbers are based on real auction results and coin price guides from the numismatic trade. Performance like that makes sense for a modern cent issue that saw billions of coins made. They are collectible but not extremely rare, except in the highest mint state grades. Now things start to get interesting. While most 1974 pennies are common, some error coins and die varieties can be worth more to collectors. You might find examples with doubling on the date or letters, off-center strikes, repunched mint marks, or other unusual features. These error coins are often worth more than face value, sometimes tens, hundreds, or even a few $1,000s if the error is dramatic and the coin is in nice condition. Collectors especially look for repunched mint marks from the San Francisco Mint, known as RPM varieties, double dies where design elements appear twice, and coins struck off-center. Each type of error has its own rarity and collector demand. Most of these still do not approach multi-million-dollar values, but they can be a fun and profitable find if you know what to look for. Even on online auctions you will see 1974 error pennies selling for prices ranging from a few dollars to a couple $100 depending on the eye appeal and rarity. And just like any collectible market, the condition and certification grade from a reputable grading service affects the price more than the face date alone. You may be wondering why so many people online claim that a 1974 penny is worth $69.6 million. That number has circulated in clickbait and viral articles, but there is no official auction record or authenticated coin sale at anywhere close to that figure for a 1974 penny. Rare coin auctions are public records, and major sales of ultra-rare coins, like certain early silver dollars or extremely rare pattern pieces, are widely reported, yet not one credible source supports a 1974 penny selling for that amount. Most likely the rumor started from a misunderstanding of the extremely rare aluminum pennies, or from a viral social media post that exaggerated a speculative value. Some videos online talk about Holy Grail pennies and rare 1974 error coins, but even those emphasize that the truly valuable pieces are exceptional or experimental, and still valued in the six-figure range at most, not tens of millions. In reality, the vast majority of 1974 1-cent coins remain common and affordable. They are a fascinating part of Lincoln penny history, especially with the experimental aluminum story, but no documented sale has ever reached the fictional $69.60 million. Conclusion. So what is the takeaway for today's coin hunters? If you have a 1974 Lincoln penny, don't throw it away. It could be worth more than 1 cent if it is uncirculated, has a special error, or is one of the aluminum experimental pieces. But temper expectations against viral rumors. Most are worth face value or modest collector premiums unless they are truly extraordinary and authenticated by a professional grading service. If you enjoyed this in-depth look at the 1974 Lincoln cent, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a rare coin breakdown. Drop a comment with what coins you want us to explore next. And until next time, keep checking that change and keep collecting. If you want, I can tailor this script for shorter video formats or social media bite-sized reels too.